Guys, 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 it's time for another JK show with your boys,
Woo!
Jeff, Kenny, and special guest Bean Shep here to talk about his new podcast coming to you. Bean, tell us a little bit about your new podcast.
My podcast is going to be all about what I think of. I think it's going to be weekly, and it's going to be based on teams. Like, since we're in the playoffs, it's going to be based on like playoff teams, and it's going to be all over.
So what you mean to tell me is that the SBF now has an official podcast hosted by Bean Shep to talk about SBF news on a weekly basis. Is that what you're telling me, son?
Yep, that is what I'm telling you, son.
Well, that's fantastic. That is the
is
best news
amazing.
I've gotten my entire life. Sorry, kids.
Yep.
All right, guys, on this week's episode, we're going to make it quick and simple. We're going to talk about some of the first round upsets now that the first round is over. As you can see, I'm showing you the screen right now for the... Wait a second. Is this thing recording? It is. Okay, we're good. Don't worry, everybody can calm down. We're recording. I'm showing you the screen right now for stats in the playoffs. But first, we're going to look at the playoff bracket. Those of you watching this YouTube video, you're going to get a sneak peek at the Vixens and Tornadoes game 1. Has not been posted yet. So this is a never before seen image right now. Yep. That game was absolutely fire. Tornadoes started out on top through the first 3 quarters, and Vixens ended up dominating. But looking at the first round, I want both of you guys to give me your biggest surprise of the first round, starting with at your boy Country Woods' son.
I think biggest surprise for me was when the Yetis beat the Talons. I thought the Talons would be a little bit better than the Yetis, but I was wrong. But I think, even though that was a big upset, I think that the Stingrays, how'd they lose? Like,
Well, okay,
what happened?
Well, that's 2. All right. Well, good luck, Lion. Give us your one.
Well, it's easy to say that the big upset would be the Stingrays losing to the 14th seed Guardians. But I think the biggest surprise to me of this playoffs is the fact that we didn't see any 3-game series. That like the either the favorites or the team that ended up winning like didn't make it that close.
I agree with that 100%. That's what I was going to say is there were no tough series. Most games were actually blowouts, too, in favor of the teams. But I'm going to pick my biggest surprise, and it definitely has to be Magic City. I mean, I understand how they lost. Dion Hill has been a monster. And, I mean, no one's talking about him. But Brandon Shipley quietly had the best season of his career for the Rip City Guardians and is now leading his team through the playoffs. You guys got a good look at that bracket. Let's go to the stats now. You're going to look at league leaders in the playoff stats. Look at Brandon Shipley at number 2.
Wow.
His
That's
entire
monster.
career has been talked about that he is too passive. He won't take the big shots. 37.5 points per game. That's crazy. That's a big step up.
Yeah, that is huge from what Shipley used to be.
Yeah, you're looking at some of the other top 5s. I mean, let's also look at this bracket real quick. Give me your guys' predictions for round 2, starting with at your boy Country Woods' son.
I think it's gonna be Ballers, Stars.
Well, that's impossible.
Vixens. Sorry.
Gotcha. Okay, I follow now.
All right, and you know what? I'm gonna go Rattlesnakes, and I'm gonna go Guardians.
Okay, Lion.
All right, I think that the Tornadoes are going to be the first team to win a game after losing a game.
Okay,
And
but
I
do they
think
win
that-
the series?
I think they're going to come back and win the series and take on the Ballers in the semifinals.
Okay.
And I think we're going to see a Bobcats upset of Red Rock
Ooh.
and take on the Assassins.
All right.
And I think the buck stops with Brandon Shipley when they take on the red hot Assassins. And I mean, we saw Levi McNeil's stats. He's the only person in the playoffs scoring more than Brandon Shipley.
Agreed. These are my takes. I'm picking Guardians over Assassins for this reason and this reason only. Outside of Richardson, nobody for A-Town can protect the paint anymore. Nobody. And Richardson's not that reliable. So you got Brandon Shipley and you have Dion Hill dominating the paint against the Stingrays, who have good big men. I don't know if the A-Town Assassins can stop them. Their only hope is to outscore them. Red Rock, Bobcats, I'm picking Red Rock easy. I think they sweep, and I think they're 2 blowout wins. Vixens, Tornadoes. After what I saw from the Vixens, I'm taking Vixens. I have a little bit of an advantage because I did watch the first game. I will say Tornadoes looked dominant through 3 quarters, and then Ken Yang shot them out of the game. And Carson Conley, who normally can't shoot threes, just started hitting every 3 imaginable.
So just saying that it's a lucky
My upset, though, I could get burnt on this. I'm picking the Eddies over the Ballers. I want it to happen so bad. The Yetis, they didn't beat the Talons because the Talons were bad. They beat the Talons because the Yetis looked good. Ricky Parker was insane those games. Let's look at their box score real quick. Look at Ricky Parker. Okay, well that wasn't a good example. Alright, here we go. 20 points in this game. 10 for 11 shooting. Ricky Parker absolutely showed out. Oh, turns out Joe Weber plays for the Yetis. Well, that's convenient for me. Alright, and I digress. Let's go back over to playoff stats. Let's get you guys some of these other stats. Rebounds per game right now. Wang Fang, I do have an announcement in regards to Wang Fang that people should know. I got a notification that Wang Fang has broke the previous record for playoff blocks in a single game.
What?
Wow.
Congratulations, playoff Wang. Wang Fang always comes to play. Look at that, 4.3 blocks per game right now.
Jeez.
Let's go see which game it was where Wang did that.
That's wild.
Here we go. This game, Wang had 3 blocks. And in the next game, Wang had...
There's
7 blocks.
Wow.
Look at the 21 points.
Wow.
Wang Fang.
9 for 10 too.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's been incredible. Like, absolutely incredible.
I guess moving KJ just opened up a new Fang.
I mean, Wang Fang's always incredible in playoff time.
I agree.
And then, let's go assists per game. Baldwin with 18 a game right now.
Oh,
Could you imagine having an 18 assist game player on your team?
Jeez.
That is incredible.
I had
That
that
is-
most of the season.
Kabirov has been what's struggling for the Tornadoes. Look at his assists falling.
He's
Falling.
not even-
Falling. 3.7. He's
Well,
shooting better. But without
Yeah,
KJ, his assists have fallen.
Well,
Steals per game. Kadeem, Defensive Player of the Year candidate all season. Him and Russ tied. The Snakes have just been stealing everything.
that's massive.
Yeah, could you imagine? Like 3.5 is a lot, let alone 2 3.5s.
That's 7
That's
a game.
Yeah, for 2 players. Then you got Wang's blocks, Derek Walker. There's a shooting guard, number 3 on the list for blocks per game. What were you doing, Talons?
Shooting a lot from the arc with our guards. So there's your answer.
What?
All right. That's all we're going to show you today. Like I said, we wanted to keep this show quick. Check out the new podcast from At Your Boy Country Woods Son. I will be screening them, and I will put them up only if appropriate. So with that being said, thank you guys for checking out this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.